Hey, welcome back. This is going to be 10 minutes of me trying to get my intro right. I don't know what it is. Every time I try to film a video, it's just like pulling teeth trying to get the intro right. And it's like, it takes me like good 20 minutes to get comfortable talking. So I think from now on, I'm just going to ramble in the beginning of my videos, kind of get myself limbered up, ready to start talking. I think my last video, I think y'all liked it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think YouTube shows my videos to my subscribers anymore. So I'm just basically putting out whatever I want to do. And it's actually fun. And it's nice to just not. I mean, I'm concerned with gaining subscribers, of course, but it's nice to just put out stuff that you want to do instead of being like, oh, what is going to get subscribers? Let me scour the internet for what's trending, and then I have to do that, and it winds up being a bunch of soulless stuff that it's just going to go by the wayside over time. Which, I mean, this stuff is going to go by the wayside too. This is not a monumental contribution to society, anything I'm doing right now, but it's enjoyable and it's less stressful. So I just like the story times. Like, that's the kind of content that I consume. I enjoy story times. So we're going to do another one today. How about that? So when I was a child, I was, how do you say, a complete fucking brat. I was into everything. I was a bit of a Dennis the Menace, you might say. So yeah, I was a little badass kid, and not like a badass in a badass way, but like just annoying as shit and disobedient. So, and my best friend when I was a kid was my cousin, and she was, or she is, let's see, she's like 6 years older than me or something like that. 3 or 6 or something like that. So when I was, let's see, 3 years, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. When I was 9, she was like 12 or 13. So anyway, we went everywhere together. We did everything together. And we got into all sorts of shenanigans. And this one particular time, we liked to walk down to the public library, and the library was like 2 blocks down from where we lived. So we would just walk there and just kind of spend all day there doing everything but actually reading books. Like, we would just go in there and like put spitballs on the ceiling of the bathroom and just do literally anything to be a little asshole kid. So this one day in the library, they had this little thing that had like rocks at the bottom, and there was like sculptures of dinosaurs down there. And so we thought it would be hilarious to gather up pockets full of rocks, go up to the second story, and throw the rocks down one by one onto the steps so that they bounced and made these loud, like, cracking noises as they hit the steps and tumbled down. So we did this, and we watched carefully to make sure that we were not going to get caught by a librarian. Well, they would come up the steps, and as soon as we saw somebody coming, we would dart into, like, out of the stairwell and back into the second story. And we would just, like, run through there and pick up a book and act like we were reading, just in case they came all the way up there. Well, this happened like 10 times that a librarian started to come up there after us, trying to see what was going on. We ran away every time. Well, one of them got savvy to what we were doing, and I think she pretended to walk away, and she like waited for us to come back. And so we came back and about threw, we were in the process of throwing another rock. And she like peeked her head out and was like, "What are you all doing?" And we're like instant terror just like filled our blood with adrenaline. We were like, oh my God, it was petrifying. So anyway, me in true cowardly form, I saw a couch on the second story. Like it was almost like a balcony, and it had like a decorative couch or whatever sitting up there. So I darted over to that and laid down like I was sleeping and let my cousin take the fall for everything. And the librarian was like, I know it was you. Like, she was talking to me, and I was committed to it. I was not gonna open my eyes. Like, I was gonna be dead. Like, I did not want to let her see that I was one of the ones, even though she already knew. But in my little stupid kid brain, like, I thought, this will get you out of trouble. It didn't. And she made us leave the library. So, yeah, and my cousin gets salty about this incident to this day because she took the brunt of all of the talking too, and I did not. It's just like these days you can still hear bitterness in her voice over it. Because I was a total coward as a kid, and when it came to anything, I would throw anyone under the bus. So that's the story of how I got thrown out of the library when I was 9 years old. Let me think of another one. Oh yeah, another thing that me and my cousin used to do when we were kids is we were really bored kids, and unlike now, there wasn't a lot to do when you were a kid. When I was growing up, it was like in the early and late 90s was when I was a kid, and there just wasn't shit to do, so you had to amuse yourself, and usually amusing ourselves wound up being not so productive or honest things to do. Like, we got into a lot of mischief. So one thing we like to do is we stumbled upon the wonderful channel of QVC, which I don't even know if is on the air anymore, but it's like the home shopping network basically. And so we would prank call QVC, and we would use fake voices and ask for ridiculous items. Like, there was one we used to do. It was this old man. He talked like this. And he would call in and ask if they had any bush trimmers. Ma'am, do you have any bush trimmers? And they'd be like, I'm sorry, sir, what? Bush trimmers! And they never could understand what we were saying because, like, it's a weird accent and we were muffled and all that. And they didn't even sell anything like that. So how would they have a frame of reference for whatever? But anyway, and so, like, we would go back and forth with them, and finally we would be like, what are you, a danged idiot? Why can't you hear what I'm saying? I'm saying bush trimmers! But anyway, and then one time we called in and asked if they had any leg bags. And I think we tried to play it off like we were trying to get into the home medical channel or whatever, trying to order something like that. Which is horrible in retrospect. I would never do that again because that's just insulting to anyone with any kind of disability that has to use those. But anyway, being an asshole kid, we did not think about that. But anyway, we prank called QVC so much that they blocked our number. And not only my number at my house, they blocked my cousin's number at her house. But undaunted, we found a way around it. We went next door into the university building. It was the science complex, and it was usually open. I think it was during the semester. So we got in, and, you know, this was back. Okay, mind you, this was the 90s. This was before there were really any restrictions on, like, you know, nobody gave a shit what kids did. And nothing was really locked or anything like that. And so we got in there and we used the phone from that building to call QVC. And they got to where, like, as soon as they would hear our voice, they would hang up. Like, we had literally harassed every employee at QVC to the point where they recognized our voice and would just instantly hang up. God. The things we did as kids. Another time, we we went to the mall and we noticed that there were some display cases at the entrance of the mall that were empty. They had nothing in them yet. I think it was like in between, like, changing out the fall to the Christmas displays or whatever. And so we stood there for like an hour asking every person that came in the mall if they would like to try out our box of air. And we just thought that was the funniest thing ever. And we got so many strange looks. I wish that when we were kids, we had had a camera. Like, if we had had camera phones, oh my God, we would have been like TikTok stars. Because we did so much stupid shit. Like, oh my God. If you hear farting noises, it's not me, it's my chair. And now I have carte blanche to fart anytime I want, and I can just blame it on my chair. Oh, there was another time. Okay, so growing up, my dad had and still has the worst luck with automobiles of anyone I've ever seen. And from a young age, I was a young little tyke. I had experience with pushing cars that broke down. So here's the thing. When you have a car breakdown, somebody has to steer while someone pushes. And so my dad was caught in a conundrum. Do I let my child push a car while I steer it and then have people come after me for child abuse? Or do I let my 7-year-old steer a car while I push it? And so usually what would happen is, to avoid getting a ticket, he would push and steer, and then I would push as well. And sometimes my cousin was with me too. So we got trucking on some pushing cars. And for some reason, we just thought it was really fun. Like, it was, I don't know, it was almost like we thought we were in some kind of like strongman competition. You know, we were like really just getting it and digging our heels in. We were like football players, you know? And so we were so stupid. Oh my God. So what we would do is sometimes we just wanted to have some fun. And so we'd tell our dad, hey, go in a parking lot and let us push the car. And so he would do it and just let us push the car. And we had so many people come by and be like, are you all okay? Do you need some help? My dad's like, nope, they just like pushing the car. And of course, these people did not believe that right off the bat. And he's like, no, I swear, they just wanted to push the car. I'm not abusing these kids in any way. So, you know, we were weird little kids and we liked to push cars. And, you know, I feel like if, you know, we should have gone on and done some kind of strongman competition. I feel like that would have gone well, you know, because we've always both been really strong. So anyway, let's think of another one. Me and my cousin also used to go into Barnes & Noble, into the bathroom, and we would wad up spitballs and stick them on the ceiling and see how long they would stick there. And we would come back every week and we would see how many good men we had lost out of our spitball collection on the ceiling. So that was the thing that we did. It's so stupid. Kids are so stupid. And it's like, it's the kind of thing where, like, you can't even anticipate what a kid is going to be stupid about or what they're going to do. Because it's just, like, so out of left field. Like, kids have no frame of reference of how to behave in the world yet. And they're just raw and unencumbered from any kind of societal pressure or expectations. And that is good and bad. And, you know, parts of that I wish I could get back. Because I feel like a lot of the things that hinder me in life are being afraid of what people will think of me. And when you're a kid, you don't have that. And I think that has stopped me from many things that I should have done and I would have enjoyed in life. But yeah, it goes both ways though. I mean, there are some things from my childhood that I just like cringe every time I think of them. One time, I already told you about the science complex at the university that was next to my house. Well, we didn't only sneak in there to harass QVC workers, we also went in there and just did more shenanigans. So what we did one time was we went to the store Spencer's that was in the mall. You know, they sell like gag gifts and all that kind of crap. Well, we got fake poop and fake puke. And we went in the science building and we were just running around there and we heard somebody in there. And we were like, who is this? And so, of course, it became Mission Impossible and we had to sneak and try to figure out who was in there with us, even though it's obviously somebody that just worked there or a student or something. But we were creeping around and it was the custodian. And of course, being the asshole kids we were, we thought, hey, this person will be fun to torment. So we decided to get together our fake poop and fake puke and commence shenanigans. So we waited for this custodian. Poor thing. Oh my God, I feel so bad about this now. We waited for him to, he was around the corner. And so we threw our fake poop down and ran away. And my cousin was like peeking around the corner waiting for him to come by and just like barely peeking. And she said she saw him come around the corner, see the fake puke, went back and heard him starting to get his bucket. And then we came and took the fake poop away. He came back and she said he was like, just like totally bewildered over where this fake poop went. Well, he thought it was real poop, I'm sure. But anyway, that was just, God, stupid kids, man. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed those stories. I had fun telling them. It's always fun to kind of relive stupid crap you did when you were a kid. Even despite how cringy it is, it's still fun to think about being a kid sometimes. And the people that you grew up with and still love to this day. Like me and my cousin are still close and we still laugh about this stuff, even though there is that bitterness over that time I kind of threw under the bus at the library. But it's water under the bridge now. But hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments any embarrassing stories you have or stupid crap you did as a kid. And be sure to like and subscribe and push the bell and all that jazz. And I will see you next time in probably another storytime video. All right, thanks. Bye.